Good morning. Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. Out here, going to work, play. Going to handle rodeo a little bit this morning. I want to deal with a subject that's one of my pet peeves this morning. It's a sore spot with me, so there might be. I might make a couple of points that are just a little bit sharp. Okay. We as horse owners, it is not our farrier's responsibility to train our horse. Farrier work, shoeing horses, is a tough work. It's a hard job, it's a dangerous job, and it's bad enough on its own without them coming to our place and us expecting them to take care of our horses that are overweight, overfed, overhyped, undertrained, underrespectful. And then we see, I've heard so many, I've been out training horses before, spoiled horses, rotten horses. And the owner standing in the defense. And so you start comparing notes. It's like, hey, who's shooting your horses? Who's your farrier? And then the owner says, well, I had this guy as a farrier, but he actually hit my horse in the ribs with a hammer because she wouldn't be still. And so I won't use him anymore. And I'm out there training the horse and I'm thinking, well, I don't blame him. If you had brought me out to climb underneath this horse and shoe this horse, as badly behaved and as spoiled and as rotten as this horse is, I'd have hit her with a hammer too. Our responsibility is have the horse prepared for the farrier. The farrier needs to be able to just come out and do his job. And if I can add a little side note, if you got dogs that are running around yapping and distracting and carrying on, you need to have the courtesy to put your dogs up. Clean the plastic and junk out of the yard. We need to take care of our farriers, okay? We need them. And so we're gonna work on her feet this morning. Now, I'm gonna let her tell me where she is, and I'm gonna go from there. I'm not gonna use a halter. Now, there's 2 or 3 ways of doing this. A lot of folks, they'll take a rope. I've seen folks use lariats. I've seen folks use like big round soft lead ropes, and that's all well and good. And they'll put a rope around the foot and use that and teach the horse to follow the feel. I'm not opposed to that at all. Okay, that has its place, and it definitely has good side benefits, as in teaching a horse to follow feel. If you do it right, teaching a horse to not fight when they get stuff around their ankles for if they pick up some old wire in the pasture and stuff. I'll work on that in a future later date. But she has been, when I first started and tested, extremely touchy about her feet. And so I'm going to work her without a halter, without a rope, just my hands. A lot of times when I'm teaching a horse and I approach a horse wanting to work with them in a particular way, I don't just ask, what am I doing and how am I going to do it? But I also ask the question, why? Why am I doing it this way? And so a lot of what I'm doing with her without the halter is because I want her, everything she learns, I want her to do it because this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't want her to do it because I have a halter on, because I'm tied up, because I'm physically bound. I have to. I want to be able to walk out into a pasture, see something down there, and I want her to stand and let me pick up her feet and do what I need to do. I want her to, if she's got something caught in her mane and I happen to be out there and I see it, I want her to know that she should just stand there while I do whatever it is that I need to do. And that starts in here in a controlled environment. So I'm just going to get her used to having her legs and feet handled this morning. Now, she may do all right standing here with the hay. She's getting so calm these days, I kind of not sure what she's going to do, all right? Or she may move away. And if she moves away, we're just going to move with it, all right? And we'll talk about it as we go. So I'm just going to come in here, and I'm just going to start handling her legs, okay? Let's see, she's like, so we back up. We start back at the top. We scratch. Now, some folks, this makes folks nervous. when the horse moves. They're like, oh, we can't have that. There's moving and then there's moving, okay? So she's gonna move away, and I'm just gonna come in here and stay with her. She ain't going far, and she ain't going fast, and she ain't going hard, all right? Horses have, put it down, there we go. Horses actually have a natural, innate laziness about them. Now, a lot of times you see her ears are back. She's like, Dwayne, I just wish you wouldn't. So we're just going to keep going slow. And horses' natural instinct, as best they can see and understand, is to take the path of least resistance. Now she says, I don't want him messing with my legs, so the path of least resistance is to move away. But if I do this right and stay with her, after a while, she says moving away is physical exertion, and it doesn't get me anything. And if I'll just stand and let him rub his hand down my legs, it don't hurt. And that becomes the path of least resistance. But she has to learn that. And she's not going to learn that if I don't teach her. Okay? So I don't want to tie her down and make her be still. Stop training your horse's body. Train their mind and their will. I want her mind to say, the best thing in my life when Dwayne comes up to handle me is for me to decide to be still and let him do what he needs to do. And she can't learn that if I don't let her do that. Oh, girl. I'm just going to stay with her. She'll get aggravated and she'll get to where she don't want to leave that hay. And she don't want to walk around in circles. And she'll just let me. I obviously don't have there we go. I don't have a farrier coming today. I don't need to do all this today. I'm not training her to pick up her feet. I'm training her to be willing to come out and handle whatever I need to handle. And there is a difference, okay? There is a difference. Hey, girl. We just stay at her side. We don't get behind her. I just stay calmly right here with her. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good girl. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. All right? Go with the back legs. Now, she's not a kicker. She's never offered to kick. When I'm standing off to the side, I know I'm on the other side of the camera, but it's all the same. Oh, girl. Ooh. There's going to be a cinch under here one day. She needs to not be touchy about it. Now she moves. There we go. Oh, girl. Now we find a good spot here in a second and I'm gonna quit. Come down here around there. She's like, I don't know, I want you to do that. So we'll start back up here. Up here. Advance and retreat. Advance and retreat. Come here. Quit while we're ahead. My granddad told me years ago, if you take a frog and drop that frog in a pot of boiling water, he'll jump right out. But if you take a frog and put him in a pot of lukewarm water, room temperature water, and slowly turn the heat up, he'll stay happy in that pot swimming around until he boils. Well, kind of the same concept about horses. Find your lukewarm spot for the horse, okay? And then slowly turn the heat up, all right? Some of you have asked me on there about getting a horse where you can shoot off their back. Go out here and pop a cap gun. Take some sandals and pop the soles of them together and make noise and start out there and then build up on it until you're on their back with a 22 or something. All right, I'm gonna quit there. And we'll just build on that. We're gonna quit in a good spot. No trauma, no ears, no fuss, and I handled all for you. You say, Dwayne, you didn't pick them up. I don't need to pick them up today. All right, what I did was I turned that burner up just a little bit. I can come out and rubber. Don't start none, won't be none. All right, so anyhow, hope it helps you. Hit like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell. Maybe if you want to go over and check out the Patreon account, if you want to help and support this. And also, a little extra something here. Mama, she tried to get me to do it, and I said, I'm not doing it. There's enough is enough. So Mama went and did a, what do you call it? A TikTok account. So it's Dry Creek Mama, and it's linked to this, and so she's starting to do little, so it's the life from her side, little videos of the horses and the life around here and whatnot. And so if you're on TikTok and you like that sort of thing, you're looking for decent content, it's Dry Creek Mama. And so anyhow, there that is. We'll catch you guys next time.